So from this section we are going to implement one of the most important feature in the classified as system, which is the messaging system, where one user can message to another user who owns the product and get the detailed information about the product. So if you go to one of our product, we'll have here message if user is logged in, and you should be able to message to the seller, okay, and the conversation starts between them. So in this first video we'll make a migration file, we'll make the modal, and we'll make the controller. Okay, so let's start. So this is my one of the terminal where I'm running npm run watch, and here is PHP Antition Sharp. So I'll close this, and then I'll make the table PHP Antition I'll make modal, and the model is message, and I'll make the migration file as well. So now I should have the migration file and the model. So let's go to the model. So I have a model here, it has messages. So let's write table, and then so I'll write an integer, integer. Integer will have a user underscore ID. User underscore ID is the person who sends the message, and table integer, integer, and we have a receiver underscore ID, receiver underscore ID. Receiver underscore ID, the user who received the message, and this both ID belongs to the ID in the users table. Okay, later on we'll set up a relationship between them, and we'll have also the table integer. Again we'll write integer, and we'll have the add ID. That means whenever user first send the message, then we'll store the advertisement ID so that a seller know about which item that another buyer is interested with the help of this add ID. Okay, and it will be nullable because we want to store this add ID only one time. Okay, in the first message. So we have a add ID, and now we need to have a message. So here will be the message tab table, and then body, sorry, string, and then we'll have a body, body, body. Okay, now we'll migrate this, and this is fine. Now we have to migrate this, so let's migrate. So PHP Artisan migrate, and now I have the messages table here. So I should have messages table, and here the message table, and I have user ID, receiver ID, add ID, and body, which is the actual text ID, and this add ID can be nullable. Okay, so the second thing is to go to your model and find out the message, and let's make this fillable, or let's make this, you can also make this as guarded, GUAR data guarded, so that we can insert data into our table. And the final thing is to make a controller. So let's make one dedicated controller for handling this message. So PHP Antition make controller, and I'll make this send message controller. Okay, send message controller, and let's start our server PHP Antition Sharp, and let's go to the web.php now, and let's make one let's make the route that renders the page where we can show the messages. Okay, so for now we can load a component here. So let's go to the we have already that page. Let's go to the send message controller and send message controller here. Okay, so we have a message controller, so we'll make all the methods here. For now we'll make the component, just a small component just to test here. So within the component here, I'll make the component as message.view, and if I open the message.view, I can write here template, and then I can give some deep. Okay, and then I'll write here script. Okay, fine. Now here will be the send message, something like this. And let's go to the app.js and let's copy one of these and then paste over here. So we'll load this message component now. So I'll write here message, message message, and this is message.view, message message.view. Make sure npm run watch is running, and here you can see I got a success message here. And now my task is to show this component in this page, somewhere here. Okay, so just below the username, which is this name, I can write here I have a p tag here, so within the p tag I'll write this. So later on we can adjust. For now let's load anywhere. Okay, so message message slash message. So we are loading our component here. Now we should see our component there, and you can see here send message. Okay, now whenever user click this send message, I want to pop up the model. So for that I'm going to use bootstrap, and if I type modal model, then I see here varieties of model, and let's go here, and so let's see this. That's fine. And okay, we can use this model. So first thing is I'll copy this. Okay, I'll copy it, and then I'll go to my message component, and then I'll paste over here. Let's format this, and here I'll write send message, and button I'll write danger danger, and okay, and then we have to copy the model, rest of this model, and then let's go here, and just below the button we'll write this here. Okay, and here it will be send message, message. Here will be close. Here we'll have a body, and let's say text area. Let's keep txt text area, and let's get a class form control, control control, something like this. And you can let's get a placeholder. Please write your message, and send message to seller, something like this. And I think that's fine. And let's reload this, and we have send message. So if you click here, then the models will pop up and user can send messages. And final thing here I like to do is I'll show send message only if the user is logged in. Okay, so let's check that. If user is not logged in, later on we can show the login and register button. For now let's go here and let's check if user is logged in, then only I want to load this component. So make sure you are logged in to check this component. So auth check, check. If auth check, then only I'll show this. Later on when you finish all this stuff, we can write else statement and we can show login and registration button. So now user is logged in, so I can set this one. So this much for this video guys, and I'll see you in the next video.